Hello everyone, Carter Baum here, joined by the voice of the Barons, Jim Byers. And Jim, kind of a rough game on Wednesday for the Barons, really a slow start for them, but they come in here tonight, they still have a potential situation where they could clinch the final playoff spot in the Western Conference tonight against Iowa.
Yeah, it's come down to the final weekend, and there is a clinching scenario tonight. If the Barons win and both Charlotte and Rockford lose, any type of a loss for them, both, the Barons can clinch. There's also another a little bit more complicated clinching scenario. The Barons couldn't have clinched before tonight, but they can clinch tonight. They would get the 8th seed. That's the 1 seed that they're locked into in the playoffs. And they've cut it a little close here with that 2-1 loss to Texas on Wednesday, but they've got a chance to do it here tonight against the Iowa Wild.
Well, they had the game against Texas on Wednesday. Really, Coach Nelson called it one of the worst games they've played in quite a while. They really have to rebound here tonight against the Iowa team that's at the bottom of the Western Conference standings.
No question, and the Barons have done well in this last 2.5 months where they've played very well against teams that they've been roughly even with or above in the standings. The only 7 regulation losses the Barons have had since the 30th of January have been to teams that either lead the division or, in the case of Abbotsford, are up above them in the standings. So they played well against teams in their general realm or lower. Iowa has had a tough season. They are at the bottom of the conference, and they're the old Houston Aeros. There's still some vestiges, some players on this roster that were with the old Houston club as recently as last year. Barons haven't seen these guys, though, since mid-October, so there's going to be some unfamiliar faces over in green.
You mentioned the Barons haven't seen them since mid-October. It was the Barons' second weekend of the season. Iowa actually opened up the season against the Barons, and they'll close it out here this weekend. What have you seen from this Iowa team as their season has gone along?
Well, when the season started, they had really solid goaltending. They had Darcy Kemper and Johan Gustafsson. Kemper is up now. Gustafsson shut out the Barons 1-0 back in Iowa's opening game of the season on October 12th. Their defense has some familiar names on it. They still have guys on their roster like Brett Bulmer and Chris Foucault that are pretty good offensive players. I don't know exactly how much they're contributing right now because we really haven't studied them much lately, but Iowa's been in a bit of a tailspin. Their last non-shootout win was about a month ago, so they've been breaking in some guys on amateur tryouts and whatnot, so a bit of a mixed bag for them coming in.
Well, the Barons and the Iowa Wild get set tonight at 7 o'clock. It's fan appreciation night as well as a Barons night with $2 beers and $1 hot dogs from 6 to 8 p.m. For Jim Byers, I'm Carter Baum, Barons TV.